Okay, so uh, for this deep dive, let's talk about trains.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So uh, specifically Indian Railways
Yeah.
and those classic like super pack sleeper class coaches. I
Hmm.
mean, that was kind of the iconic like image of train travel in India.
Yeah. I
The
found.
people just like absolutely crammed
All
in,
right.
luggage everywhere. Just like
And
total sensory overload.
and the smells, right? The sounds, just like
Yeah.
so much going on.
Yeah, and inevitably like someone's foot ends up like on your berth or something.
Oh yeah, always.
It's just part of the experience.
Uh-huh.
But well, it seems like maybe that's starting to change
Oh really?
because more and more Indians are choosing something different.
Okay, interesting.
They're going for AC3 tier.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to like deep dive into today.
Awesome.
We're going to try to understand like why AC3 tier is becoming so popular
Yeah.
and also like what this shift tells us about India today.
Cool. Yeah. So you know what I find really interesting about this whole thing
What's that?
is that this whole like AC3 tier thing,
Yeah.
it's actually a pretty recent thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like before the pandemic, sleeper class,
Right.
it was king.
Yeah. It was like
Everybody took sleeper class.
the way to travel.
Yeah, it was like the most passengers and it made the most money for the railways.
Right.
But now things are different.
Okay. So let's look at the actual numbers here.
Okay.
So back in 2019-20,
Mm-hmm.
AC3 tier had like around 11 crore passengers,
Wow.
which is 1.4% of all the people traveling by train in India.
Right.
And, a crore is 10 million. So we're talking about a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
But then like fast forward to 2024, 25,
Okay.
and suddenly it's more than doubled.
Wow.
It's up to 26 crore passengers.
Okay.
And that's like 3.5% of all rail travelers.
Huh. So it's like a pretty significant jump.
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay.
But the really crazy part is like the financial impact. So in 2019-20, AC3 tier brought in about 12,370 crore.
Okay.
But then by 2024-25, it was 30,089 crore.
Wow. That's more than double
It's more than double.
in just a few years.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And to put that in perspective,
Yeah.
remember sleeper class with its like massive 37 crore passengers in 2019-20?
Right?
Well, it only generated 13,641 crore.
So,
AC3 tier is making more money than sleeper class now.
huh. Wow. So it really has become like the new king.
Yeah, it's overtaken the once mighty sleeper class.
Yeah.
So the question's why?
Yeah, like what's going on?
Is it just that people want to come for your ride?
Well, comfort's definitely a part of it,
Okay.
but I think there's something bigger happening here.
What do you mean?
So like the rise of AC3 tier, I think it's like a sign of how India is changing. You
Okay.
see the middle class in India is growing
Right.
and they're looking for more comfort and convenience.
Yeah.
But like the higher AC classes, like
Yeah.
2-tier or first class,
Right.
those are still too expensive for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But AC3 tier, yeah, it's like that perfect middle ground.
Okay.
It's aspirational,
Yeah.
but it's still affordable.
Gotcha. So it's like a balance between like wanting a better experience,
Right.
but also not breaking the bank.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so that explains part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But are there any other reasons why people are choosing AC3 tier?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like what?
So the sources that I've looked at,
Mm-hmm.
they suggest that like hygiene
Oh, okay.
and personal space,
Right.
those are becoming more important to people.
Especially after the pandemic.
Yeah, especially after the pandemic. Like people are more aware of their surroundings now,
Yeah.
and they're willing to pay more to have a cleaner and less crowded space.
Okay. So it's not just about avoiding the whole like mysterious midnight feet situation anymore.
No, exactly.
It's like a deeper thing.
Yeah,
It's about wanting a more hygienic and controlled environment.
right.
Yeah.
And I think this change, it really says a lot about how passenger expectations are changing.
What do you mean?
Like it's not just about getting from point A to point B anymore.
Right.
It's about the whole journey.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about having a good experience along the way.
So if this trend keeps going,
Mm.
what could this mean for the future of Indian railways?
Well, if this trend keeps going, I think it could have a big impact on the whole railway system.
Okay.
Well, imagine like sleeper class coaches
Yeah.
getting upgraded.
What kind of upgrades?
Well, like maybe more comfortable berths,
Okay.
better hygiene standards,
Mhm.
maybe even like personal charging points for your phone or laptop.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah. And in AC3 tier,
Yeah.
maybe we'd see even more focus on amenities and services just to keep up with the demands of all these new passengers.
So basically, the rise of AC3 tier could actually lead to better train travel in India overall.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone could benefit from this.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not just about AC3 tier itself.
Right.
It's about this broader trend
Yeah.
towards comfort and convenience. Exactly.
And maybe this trend will even go beyond railways.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, like what about buses?
Yeah.
Could we start to see more comfortable and premium bus services too?
That's a really interesting thought.
Yeah.
I haven't really considered that.
Yeah, because I mean, it makes sense, right? Like
Yeah.
if people are willing to pay more for a better train experience, maybe they'd be willing to do the same for buses.
Yeah. That's true.
So the whole AC3 tier thing, it's not just about like people choosing a different train class.
No.
It's like a reflection of changing India,
Yeah.
an India that values comfort and convenience
Yeah.
and a better travel experience overall. So it'll be interesting to see how this keeps evolving
Definitely.
and how it affects transportation in the country.
Yeah.
And for everyone listening, like what changes have you noticed in your own travel experiences?
Yeah.
And what do you think the future holds for transport in India?
Let
us know.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts.
Okay, that's it for this deep dive.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Uh-huh.
All right, until next time.
See ya.
Bye.